Hi students, welcome to physics classes. Today we'll discuss about evaporation. Evaporation means generally we know liquid state to gas state. Liquid is converting into gas at any temperature. At any temperature, liquid is converted into gas, that is evaporation. Below the boiling point. It takes place below the boiling point. Now we will discuss how evaporation takes place. How evaporation takes place. Now we will take vessel containing water. Now these water molecules continuously moving. Water molecules continuously moving. During their momentum, water molecules get collision with other molecules. Water molecules getting collision with other molecules. During that, it can transfer its energy. Energy will be transferred from one molecule to another molecule. In this process, any molecule inside the liquid getting collision with the molecule near the surface. Molecule near the surface. This molecule energy transfers to this molecule which is at the surface. Then with that energy it flies off from the surface of the liquid. That is known as evaporation. Now by this we can define evaporation, the process of escaping of molecule. Escaping of molecule. Here whenever it gets extra energy it flies off from the surface of liquid. Escaping of molecule from the surface of liquid. From the surface of liquid, water molecule or any liquid molecule gets escaped at any temperature. Process of escaping of molecule from the surface of liquid at any temperature is called evaporation. Evaporation takes place at any temperature. Any temperature. Here it takes place near the surface of the liquid. That's why we can say it is surface phenomena. Near the surface, water molecules or any liquid molecules gets evaporated. That's why we can say evaporation is a surface phenomena. Near the surface molecules gets evaporated. That's why it is known as surface phenomena. Now during evaporation, surrounding temperature decreases. Surrounding temperature decreases. That's why it is also known as cooling process. Evaporation is a cooling process. Why it is cooling process? Generally, if you take liquid and gas, which has more heat energy, from liquid and gas, which has more heat energy, gas has more heat energy. Liquid has less heat energy. Now, whenever evaporation takes place, it is in the before taking evaporation, it is in the state of liquid. During conversion of liquid to gas, initially when it is in the state of liquid, it has less heat energy. After being converting into the gas state, it requires more heat energy. That extra heat energy that is given by the other molecules. Here this molecule getting collision with this molecule. Here this molecule takes the energy and flies off. So this surroundings temperature will be reduced. Whatever it requires in the state of gas. Initially it is in the state of liquid, it has less heat energy. After being converting into gas, it requires more heat energy. That whatever it requires extra, that will be taken from the surroundings. So surroundings heat energy is removed. Surrounding heat energy is removed. That's why surrounding temperature is reduced. That's why we can say evaporation is a cooling process. Now, rate of evaporation depends on depends on following factors. First one is surface area, temperature, wind speed, and amount of vapor already present in atmosphere. Rate of evaporation depends on surface area. Rate of evaporation depends on temperature. Rate of evaporation depends on wind speed. Rate of evaporation depends on amount of vapor already present in the atmosphere. Now we'll discuss activities to prove this. Now in examination point of view, they'll ask write an activity to show that rate of evaporation depends on surface area, temperature, wind speed, amount of vapor already present in the atmosphere. For each we should write activities. Now first evaporation depends on rate of evaporation depends on surface area. They'll ask write an activity to show that rate of evaporation depends on surface area. For that we need two dishes. One is having less surface area, another one is having more surface area. Either we can take cup and saucer. Cup and saucer. Both filled with the same liquid, either water or spirit. Both are filled with the same liquid and the same amount of liquid. How much water we have taken, that same amount we have to take here. Both are placed in a room in normal atmospheric conditions. Both should be placed at same place. Now if you see after few hours, water will be less in the saucer and more in the cup. That means it has more surface area, so more water molecules get evaporated. Here less surface area, less molecules are gets evaporated. So more surface area, less water, more evaporation. Now here more water will be present in the cup because less surface area, less evaporation. So now here evaporation depends on surface area. More surface area, more evaporation. Less surface area, less evaporation. Now a rate of evaporation depends on temperature. Write an activity to show that rate of evaporation depends on temperature. Now we should take two same shape, two same identical vessels. Two identical vessels means same shape, same size. Both are filled with a liquid, either spirit or water. Same amount of liquid. One is placed in the hot place where more hot is there. Another one is placed at cold place. One is placed in the normal atmospheric condition, room temperature. Another one is placed in the AC room, where will be cold. So after few hours, if you observe here, where we kept in hot place, vessel which we placed in hot place has less water, and here more water will be present. So here less water means here more evaporation. More water means less evaporation. Now, if they asked rate of evaporation depends on temperature, we should write this activity. Two identical vessels, both are filled with the same liquid. One is placed in hot place, normal room temperature. Another one is placed at cold place, less than room temperature, means AC room. Now, after few hours, if you observe, which is placed in hot atmosphere has less water, so more evaporation. Which is placed in cold atmosphere, more water will be present, so less evaporation. So we can conclude that rate of evaporation depends on temperature. Now, rate of evaporation depends on wind speed. Nowadays, in exams, they are asking this question number of times. Write an activity to show that amount rate of evaporation depends on wind speed. For that, again we should take two identical vessels, same size, same shape, filled with same amount of liquid, same like water. If example you taken water, same amount of water will be filled. Now here we are checking wind speed. So one is placed under the fan, another one is not under the fan, normal room or in the cupboard, closed room we should place. Now here after few hours, if you observe, the vessel which is placed under the fan contains less water, and in the cupboard there will be more water. Now less water means there will be more evaporation. More water means less evaporation. Generally, when wet cloths, if you take wet cloths, we'll place those wet cloths under the fan. Sometimes when raining outside raining, we'll place that wet cloths under the fan to become dry. So that wind speed makes that cloths dry. That water which is present on the wet cloths will be evaporated because of the wind speed. So where will be more wind, there more evaporation. Less wind, less evaporation. So rate of evaporation depends on wind speed also. Next, rate of evaporation depends on amount of vapor already present in the atmosphere. This we can say as humidity. Humidity means amount of water vapor present in the air. So if you take two vessels, two same identical vessels, one is kept in the more humidity place, another one is kept in less humidity place. Both are filled with same amount of liquid, same amount of water or any other liquid. One is placed near in the more humid day, another one is placed less humid day. Now if more humidity means more amount of water vapor present in the air. If already it is having more amount of water vapor, so there is no chance to escape the molecules, no chance to evaporate. That's why when there is a more humidity, there will be less evaporation. More humidity, less evaporation. If less humidity, more evaporation. This is about evaporation, which is the most important question in this chapter. Evaporation, evaporation definition and its activities. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.